Right now, my head is like ready to explode, like just in the thoughts of what's going on.
This is Kenny the Jet Smith.
I think it's best for me to support the players and just not be here tonight. And figure out what happens after that. You know, I just don't feel equipped to do that.
And I respect that.
Smith, an NBA veteran and two-time champion, walked off set in solidarity with the players, but it didn't stop there.
I keep hearing the question like, what's next, what's next? Well, you got to plan what's next. You have to figure out what's next. I'm very proud of the players. I don't know the next steps. Don't really care what the next steps are because the first steps are to garner attention.
Commentator and five-time All-Star Chris Webber.
But I'm here to speak for those that are always marginalized. Those that live in these neighborhoods where we preach and tell them to vote and walk away.
Spoke eloquently and preached on Inside the NBA.
You can't see something. You can't be something till you see it. I have a godson that has autism, and I just had to explain to him why we aren't playing. I have young nephews that I've had to talk to about death before they've even seen it in a movie. If not now, when?
Do you hear the pain and hurt in his voice? Or are you turning this clip off for fear of embracing those emotions?
We know nothing is going to change. We get it. If Martin Luther King got shot and risked his life, Medgar Evers, if we've seen this and all of our heroes constantly taken down, we understand it's not going to end. But that does not mean, young men, that you don't do anything.
C-Web chooses to embrace and rally. An impassioned speech and plea from Webber, clearly downtrodden, clearly hurt, but his words, while coming from a place of despair, is truthful, appreciative of the players taking a stand, and encouraging the youngins of America to move forward and press on.
Over the last few days in our home state of Wisconsin, we've seen the horrendous video of Jacob Blake being shot in the back 7 times by a police officer in Kenosha.
After it all started when this team, the Milwaukee Bucks, refused to play a playoff game.
Despite the overwhelming plea for change, there has been no action. So our focus today cannot be on basketball.
Striking to mandate change in their state of Wisconsin, where Jacob Blake was shot 7 times by police. It was a historic day in sports. Barack Obama tweeted his appreciation for the Milwaukee Bucks and heaped praise on Doc Rivers, plus the WNBA, whose players have gone above and beyond when it comes to player protests. The players arrived wearing shirts with 7 bullet holes on the back, representing the number of times officers shot Blake. The players came together and took a knee in protest. That night, via ESPN's Holly Rowe, the entire WNBA bubble participated in a candlelight vigil. Many players spoke. It was an emotional 3+ minutes from Rowe's Twitter account. I strongly suggest watching it in full. The Milwaukee Brewers decided not to play their game against the Cincinnati Reds. There were other MLB games as well that were postponed. Australian Open and US Open winner Naomi Osaka chose not to play in her semifinal match at the Western and Southern Open. Before I am an athlete, I am a black woman. And as a black woman, I feel as though there are much more important matters at hand that need immediate attention rather than watching me play tennis. Watching the continued genocide of black people at the hand of police is honestly making me sick to my stomach. A handful of Major League Soccer games were called off, and it all started with the Milwaukee Bucks saying, enough. We will not perform for your entertainment. We will not be your escape. And our attention, everyone's attention, must be centered. John Carlos, the 1968 Olympian who raised a fist with Tommy Smith and was shunned. I admire, respect, and cherish the vision of those young individuals to take the initiative to say life is valued far greater than trophies and championships and anything with basketball.